Is this visible, Sam?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Right. So we are going to discuss about Route 53.
Okay. Okay.
So we are going to discuss about Route 53. Do you have any idea about this? Have you heard about this? Any idea?
See, I don't just yeah. Uh, I don't have much idea about S53 for sure because I tell you that I have idea about other things and I talk about it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Not this, but as a layman person, I can really tell you. As a layman
Yes,
person, anybody if who's intelligent who can make words or frame words,
yes,
I can tell
yes,
you that just for example, highway, any road highway, anything
yes.
like pass through, it makes your point A to point B slightly lesser. If
Hmm.
you take the inroads or internal ways and all, it might take long.
Hmm.
The Where the roads are not laid, if the roads are laid, the highway is there, it cuts your time like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to reach a
Hmm.
particular destination, right?
Okay.
So example, route 3 is a way to connect to certain services in the shortest way kind of time.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Sam. So it is. It means it will avoid latency.
Yes.
Yes. So it is one of the point actually you mentioned. Thanks for that. Yeah. So let's discuss about this. Actually, this Route 53 is nothing but I'm telling. It's nothing but actually this pen works. Yeah. It's nothing but GoDaddy. Okay. Hostinger.
Okay.
Okay. What GoDaddy will refer if you heard about this or if you see about this,
Yes.
what
Yes.
you will remember? Basically,
GoDaddy
yeah.
is a host. They give you a website like hosting website.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, same kind of that. It's nothing but GoDaddy. It's nothing but Hostinger. It's nothing but Bluehost. So, lot more sir, companies are there in the market. Same kind of that. Route 53 is also will provide same kind of service, but it is
Mhm.
dedicatedly from AWS. This is AWS service.
Okay, it's
Yes,
like a host. It's like
yes.
a hosting GoDaddy service,
Yes, but thing is,
but
if you
static
if
and
you if you
dynamic both.
utilize GoDaddy, this is completely
Okay.
third party. If you utilize Hostinger, this is third party. This is third party. But securely you can able to utilize your own service. If your machines or if your infrastructure is in AWS, definitely
Uh-huh.
AWS will also is providing Route 53. So in route using Route 53, you can create your own domain.
Okay, using the Vibe Route 53. Okay,
Yes,
and it is
exactly.
static or only static or also dynamic.
All kind of. There is no any kind of a specific. Actually, you can give any kind of you can create any kind of domain using Route 53. Okay.
Okay.
So here, so we will go deep dive into from very scratch points. Okay.
Okay.
So what is Route 53 all about in the sense? So Route 53 is a Amazon DNS service. It is Amazon DNS service. You might have heard about this DNS previously. While we are talking about load balancer, okay, and also auto scaling, and
Mm-hmm.
also we also discussed at what is that static web hosting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these many times we have seen this DNS. Okay, DNS means domain naming system or service, whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this DNS, where this DNS comes into picture, the ports is you might have seen 22 port, 80 port, 443
Yes.
port, right? So this
Yes.
22
Correct.
port is for SSH, 80 port is
SSH.
actually default HTTP port. FAULT.
HTTP port.
Default
Right.
HTTP port. This is
Right.
actually secure purpose. HTTP. Okay. HTTP, and you are just simply adding S means security. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, the port 53 is also is there. Okay. It is
Right.
used for DNS, domain naming system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is why Route 53, they actually mentioned 53, which the meaning itself giving with the
Right.
name itself indicating 53 port. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
The name actually giving with the port. So for understanding, better understanding, there are no special meaning for word route. Route means you are actually giving connections. You are routing your connection, right? You are routing your network, switching your network. Okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
just based on the port you got Route 53 name. Okay, Route 53 in the sense Amazon DNS service. Now,
Amazon DNS.
yes, now what we will see that, 1 second, Sam. This pen is not supporting all time. It will stop my flow always.
So,
Yeah. See here, DNS. DNS means domain naming system, as we talked about. It is a separate
yes.
service. Okay. It is a separate service that translate human readable domain name into numerical IP address, which means I'll clearly explain about this. Example. So we also discussed in auto scaling and load balancer about this DNS. And again, we will repeat. This is for reiteration purpose. For example, Sam.
Yes.
Sam, yes, you are actually
Yeah.
giving response to me, correct? The name of
Yes.
Sam. If I call 53, will you respond? No.
Of course not. I'm not a robot. But yes, if my name is 53, then yes.
Yes, but thing is, human people have actually some standard for naming conventions. There is a standard for human beings also. Okay, we actually some certain, maybe due to some religions or due to some kind of their belief, okay, they will keep some names, but it is actually understandable. Okay, that is easy to understand the names. Okay, but if you keep XYZ 53 453, if I can able to keep you as a name, okay, people able to can understand this, or they can able to remember
Oh,
this kind of name.
just to slightly be funny, Elon Musk has named each of their children with X and
Yes,
1 2 3 4 5 thing. Not
yes.
a proper name.
No, actually, he's a
Some of
trendsetter.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes I feel that he is himself a robot.
yeah, exactly. So he's actually unique man across the country, globe. No, not
Yes.
country. So he actually tried. The first human being has a tried with this kind of name. Okay, but thing is, it is difficult as a human man, human being, to keep to store the numbers in numerical and alphabetical. Alpha come numerical is little difficult. Human mindset is like that. Okay, because
Yes.
as a simple name, you can able to remember the person with the face. Okay,
Yes. Yes. Of course.
with the face, with the simple name, you can able to store in your subconscious mind. Okay, but for system, okay, for system, also actually having IP address, you know that already. Private IP will be there, public IP will be there, correct? System to
Correct.
system communication will happen to due to private IP, correct?
Right.
Okay, server to server connection will happen public IP to public IP,
Right.
correct? So in this case, actually, for example, if I give a IP address, for example, 172.217.160.137, this is actually my IP, my server IP. Okay, if I share this number, I actually have a domain. I actually have an application on top of my server. Okay, that server IP address is something like this. Okay, you are as a my customer, Sam. Actually, this is your application. I kept in that application in my server. So this is your IP address. Go, okay, go and check this. Okay, you can utilize with this IP address. How can you able to keep in mind? Yes, you can keep in mind because it's your application. Okay, you forcefully you can able to keep in your mind. But Sam has customers also. Okay, lot more people also will be there, public also will be there. How does public can get to know that this IP address is exactly belonging to SAM application? Is it?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
example, if I want to use Sam related, I thought, hey guys, I think one of my friends Sam is there. He actually built some application. He's having his own, his application. Okay, website or a mobile application. Something is there, but I want to utilize. There are a lot more great services I have seen. But thing is that whenever I met him, so at the time he have shown this application and I have seen lot more great services I have seen that, but thing is that I could not able to remember his IP address of his service application. So I think something is I think it will start from 170 dot something something, but I forgot. People will never remember your number IP addresses. If all of a sudden somebody want to go through and surf internet about your application, never repeat. They can't remember your number. So for that purpose, we will assign domain name is called example www.sam.com. So is it easy as compared to this?
Yes.
This application is very meaningful. The name is very meaningful because this application is related to somebody, and also simple. It is a .com. I will, if I want to go through his website, if I want to go through his service, definitely go to okay, his name I remember. Actually his website name is sam.com. So simple, he will go directly to your application inside. So he will see what are the services you are providing, what kind of gadgets you are providing, what kind of services, anything application related, content related, whatever. So he want to go, he can surf everything in that, right? This is easy. But Sam, 1 second, I'm little frustrating myself just because of this. See how it is acting. Sometimes, my system irritates me. Sorry for that. Yes, it looks fine, somewhat better. Okay, so like that. So, for example, your server is there. Some server is there.
Mhm.
That server, okay, some server is there. For that server, I kept some. This server does have definitely one public IP. That by public IP is something which is this is something. If you want to browser with public IP, yes, you can browse. Okay, you can browse. Definitely, you can browse. But thing is, you can't remember that,
Right.
right? So then we for that purpose we will use a service called DNS. Okay, domain naming system. Okay, fine. Yes. So this is how. So the browser is there. Okay. In the browser, you will type www.sam.com. Okay. This is Sam
Yes.
company. Sam is providing lot more services. Okay, they are
Mm-hmm.
providing, actually they are, it is a e-commerce website, for suppose they are providing gadgets. Okay, laptops, systems, anything. Okay, lot more services are there. So I want to go through it, his e-commerce website. I'll go to like this simple. I will type here like this www.sam.com. Then Sam, whatever the DNS is there, that DNS request goes to server. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it will take whatever you have given, that content is in the form of just in this way www.sam.com. Okay,
Yes.
this has assigned to the public in the form of DNS. Okay, this
Yes.
DNS server, what it will do is, this DNS server need to understand, okay, this is actually so and so site is there, this site domain name is actually on top of so and so IP address. Okay, the
Yes.
system again it will understand this IP address. Okay, this IP address will again is sent to web server. Okay, that web server again it will give the response, whatever it is, that whatever it is there inside the your application, the response is
Okay.
giving back again. So and so, okay, these are gadgets I have, these are all laptops I have. Okay, you can see, you can check, you will get the response like this. There is this kind of processes behind this,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Next, let me go back. Let me go to next slide. So domain names, actually, how many types of domain names are there? Two types of domain names are there. Okay. One is TLD. First, TLD means top level domains. Example, google.com.
Correct. This is a dot com.
Google.com. This com, whatever .com is there, this is top level domain. Okay. My website is actually www.lkcloudtech.live. This is second level domain. Clear?
And dot org and all that.
So yeah, all second level, secondary level.
Also, okay. Also org also.
Yes, top level is only .com.
Only dot com. Okay.
So this
Because
is,
because they're
this
proper
cost
company
would
and all.
be, this cost is very much high.
Because they are company.
Very high. .com cost is too much high.
It's okay.
Okay. In the remaining all comes under second level domains. XYZ also is there. .abc also is there. .in
Yes.
is there. .live is there. Depends upon your name, domain name which you chosen, along with the extension. It depends upon extension. The cost will be decided.
Got it.
Okay. The top level cost, I have seen some lakhs also.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Even the funny part is,
Yeah.
I don't, I just shouldn't say, but when the merger of Reliance and Geo was happening,
Hmm.
I mean, not that the Geo Star and Star
Ah,
and Geo, sorry,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Star and
Disney.
Geo.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so what happened? There was a guy
Hmm.
lawyer who was like who did not have that kind of maybe intention, or maybe there are a lot of people who find business opportunities for let's say I have money.
Hmm.
Let's say somebody is earning 30,000 a month. So
Hmm.
what he would do is, after paying off his home loan, or maybe expenses, food and everything, rent and everything, like
Hmm.
5,000 left, they would put it in stock market, like
Hmm.
an SIP or something, so that it grows. And some people do something else. So this guy was into, he was a lawyer, but he wanted to do, he was like maybe smart enough to know that, or anticipate that Geo and Hotstar might merge.
Yes.
So he just bought a domain name similar like Geostar something. It was
Yes.
not that there was any kind of a news leak or anything. He just answered, he just answered, just anticipated. So he
Hmm.
bought that domain. But and
Yes.
he just said, I am a lawyer, but I want to study abroad at Cambridge, and I don't have that money. So I am willing to give you this geostar.com. Just pay me 1 crore rupees, and 1 crore for a domain name, and for a brand like this is like giving to a beggar. 1 crore for them is like a beggar.
Hmm.
It's like change, chutta paisa. It's like change money. For 1 crore would not have done anything to them, but it would have done all the things to that guy, right?
Yes.
But they said, but they refused, and
Hmm.
they put a case on him. Just
Okay.
imagine that. So
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
did, he because this guy is just a lawyer, or maybe lawyer, or I mean just a normal guy. He obviously can't face such that his
Yes.
court fees and
Yes.
everything
Yes.
will cost more than.
Yes.
So he just gave that domain name to some Dubai based family,
Yes.
just for like 10 lakh rupees or something.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
imagine, just imagine,
Yes.
they
Yes.
are
Yes. That's how. That's
money
how.
so poor in heart, poor in heart.
And you know that this whatever it is, this cloud tech IT, this actually costs, and this .com is costs. Just
Right.
because of these two words only, this cost is $1,499 for suppose. Okay, which means around 1,20,000.
Right. Right.
You know, see this just because of just IT and .com. If you see
Yeah, yeah.
LK Cloud Tech, if there is no not much popular, so that cost is very less. Okay,
And
just $1.
legally,
XYZ.
but legally, one can sell off the domain, because if it is
Yes.
good and somebody wants to take
Yes.
it,
For
they
example,
cannot
this
give it to him.
cloudtechit.com is there, which I have purchased for only $1 for suppose. Okay. Now it is if you keep that in this domain, so you purchased it, you kept it. But if you want to sell it with high price, whenever it demands, you can do that also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One also does that. It is kind of a business transaction, nothing
Yeah,
wrong in it.
100%.
But
100%.
but he could not get 1 crore. He had to sell it for just dirt cheap money, 10 lakh rupees to a Dubai-based family.
Yeah. So these kind of business happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually so that is the reason that lot more demand is there for .com. That is these .coms comes under top level domain, and the second one is actually secondary level domain. So all comes under this picture, right? So here next, what kind of policies we have to do this? Okay, yeah. So what is this first one? And
Sorry, go ahead.
before going to discuss each and every one, so let's discuss small points, general points I'm talking about. So let me remove this. Yeah. So what you understood actually, then first initially DNS will be actually for domain naming service, which means you are going to keep name for your domain. This is simple general name, general definition you can ask. Okay. This name you are going to naming to your domain. Clear? Okay, you are clearly naming to your domain. So whatever you are purchasing one domain, and you are naming it to particular IP address. Okay, first your request goes to DNS. The server converts domain name into corresponding IP address. After that, again you using this IP address, and request goes to Google server. The server returns to the same path. So this is how name to IP. Okay, next IP to name. This process is happening actually.
Right.
Name to IP. Again, this IP to name. Okay, public IPs and DN names must be globally unique. Okay, just like public IP must be globally unique, and DNS names must be globally unique. Okay, if for suppose if we assign DNS name to public IP, okay, so there is an organization that all manages all public and domains names is called, it's like uh, so they will utilize actually public only for whenever you keep your public IP and you assign with the public IP to DNS only, then your server can able to access. Okay. So yeah, and already its competitors like for Route 53, GoDaddy is there, Hostinger is there, Bluehost is there. So lot more things are there. Okay, next
Yeah.
AWS is a kind of service. If you want to buy domain from AWS also, yes, there is service called Route 53. Using this, you can able to purchase domain from AWS also. But thing is, it's highly costly,
Expensive.
very expensive. Okay. And
Yeah.
also that when earlier we were discussing about I think in auto scaling and route 50, sorry,
Hmm.
auto scaling time,
Load,
at
load
the
balancing.
time we have
Yeah.
networking class, I'm sorry, in networking class I clearly stated that the names will be assigned by IANA
Okay.
in networking class.
Hmm.
Okay, these
Okay.
domains is actually assigning by one authority is there. That authority name called IANA. You might have forgotten. I'll show you. IANA. So in networking class, I have shown you Sam.
Hmm.
I remember.
Right, right.
What is
All everything as an authority. SEB,
yes.
if you are investing in stocks, then SEBI is the authority,
Yes,
and in every way is even accounting as an authority,
yes.
accounting. So everybody, something is be controlled by some authority, some organization.
Definitely, definitely. But we have to know that just for knowledge I'm telling, I'm also mentioning this. IANA,
And
the global coordination of DNS route IP addressing the other internet protocol resources is performed as internet assigned numbers authority. This is what it is actually, these all DNS IP address everything maintaining by this authority.
okay, internet assignment authority.
Yes, right. So yes, you can also buy from GoDaddy, not a big deal. You can use that domain names in Route 53 also, not a big deal.
Yes,
Okay.
static website.
Yes, you can utilize that also. Okay. Buying domain from AWS Route 53. So networking policies are there first. Actually, before going to set up Route 53, that we must know about the different policies. Okay. And if you want to buy Route 53, there are some steps will be there. While we are doing practical at that time, we'll see. Okay, what is the cost of that if you buy that one domain for suppose lkcloudtech.com? So how much it charges? We'll see that also. Right. So
But
yeah,
generally, people not buy it from here. Only like very big companies might do that.
yeah, big level companies will take it. See, I have purchased from GoDaddy with a small cost. You see this? Oh wait, I'll show you my product. Okay, no problem at all. Nobody will hack. If hack also nothing happens. Just I lose my content. That's it. See this? This is my previous site. Okay, this is my
Hmm.
website. You see this?
Now,
Oh, it is
now
expired.
it's live. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one.
Hmm. Correct.
Okay. Yeah. I got it from GoDaddy because it is very cheaper than definitely from AWS Route 53.
Yeah, yeah. No, obviously, and GoDaddy is quite old. Has been there in the market for very long.
But
And you have
actually,
also Wix, you have Hostinger also, Wix and Hostinger also. But GoDaddy is also good. WordPress also some people make, but WordPress does not have too many features. It looks very plain.
but we should
GoDaddy is
we should we should talk
good.
something about Route 53. You must need to ask that. Oh, Lokesh, I just want to know. So why, if already domains are available, lot more competitors are there for Route 53. Why should I choose this then? Right? Why
Why
should
should
I choose
choose
Route
Go?
53?
Right. Because yeah, right. Because then probably we will be putting all our data. there, and it is the complete responsibility of AWS to secure our data. It would be
Yes,
faster if you want to
yes,
scale it,
yes.
low
Yeah, there are
latency.
some advantages are there because if you are using AWS services, okay, that is if you take a domain from AWS Route 53, then it is easy to integrate, okay, and easy to use your Route 53. If you take your domain from Route 53, it is easy to load balance, okay.
Yes.
So simple, right? Then the when we give Route 53 domain to the public, okay, we can connect the load balancer to Route 53 easily. But if you take it from GoDaddy, you need to keep your domain in separate, different server, different host, different. You need to give different A certificate, A certificate, C name certificate in different host, right? Maybe
SS.
some kind of some type of
Yes.
disturbances will also will happen, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Because your host is somewhere, your server is somewhere, okay, there might be you might see some kind of latency issues, okay, also will be there definitely, these kind of issues. But if your service already there in AWS Route 53 and also load balancer is also AWS, there is no latency, there is no issue, there is a security, there are a lot more advantages.
And maybe discounts.
Yes. So instead of
Instead of the,
exposing the raw DNS containers to the public, so we are exposing Route 53 user-friendly domain. The first advantage, actually. But we are actually not getting the second advantage. Actually, what is,
of
Route 53 is Route 53? You can protect regional failures,
okay.
but that isn't applicable because if lose one region, there is no other, there is other issue. Sam, 1 second, 1 second, important call.
No problem.
1 second, please hold on.
No problem. Please take it.
Yeah, sorry, Sam, I got some important call. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say my business is in small, very small. Okay, I'm not that much big magnet like Ambani. Okay. So sorry, I'm not using. I should not use this kind of words. Okay. Anyways, so I'm a just a big small businessman. Okay, not a global yet. So I have one region. Okay, that is Mumbai. In that case, I won't use advanced routing policies, right? So I can use only particular regions also. That's what I'm going to say. So these policies are depends upon your business level. Clear?
Yes.
So this simple routing policy, weighted routing policy, latency routing, failover routing, geolocation routing. These policies are depends upon your business and location, okay, also related to latency, faster performance, all this comes under picture. Whenever you talk about advantages, these are all advantages for AWS as
Yes.
compared to other different GoDaddy hosting or etc etc. If you keep your domain in some other hosting and your server is in somewhere in AWS, then if there is an issue with the hosting part with hosting or GoDaddy or somewhere, if their
Data.
site will down, definitely your business will affect.
Right.
This is very low, small case, sometimes rare cases only. It is that is also good, but thing is, if you keep your domain in this AWS, that's easy to maintain.
Of course.
If you
100%.
want to keep other hosting also, yes, suggestible, definitely you can keep. Not a big deal, okay.
Yes.
So we also we used to have a lot more applications like that. We used to use that lot more applications. Like why should I spend as a small businessman? Why should I spend lot more penny? Okay, lot more amount on very expenses on Route 53, right? So you can if you want you can utilize that also. Not a big deal. Okay.
Right.
So let's discuss about what policies are there. Simple and wait and latency, failover and geolocation. Okay. So this is simple routing policy. This simple routing policy is a default policy of Route 53. Okay. If you don't choose any routing policy, this is one selected automatically. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. It's a commonly used when you have a single region. Only single region is there. Your business is in single region. That region, for example, Mumbai. Okay. In that region only, you just want to keep all these things in your domain, all everything in here itself. Your business is local, so then you can simply select for simple routing policy. This is default one. If you take Route 53, if you don't choose other policies like weighted latency, failover, geographical, all these things, so without selecting all this default, you just want to create a one domain using what is that, Route 53. So you will get default routing policy, which is simple routing policy. You understood? Can I explain again, Sam?
Fine. So it's the default. If you do not choose anything, you will be
Default routing policy. That's it.
used to have a single region that performs a given function.
So yeah, you have a service called Route 53 Sam, simple, which is there in AWS. Clear?
Yeah.
So then it is connected with a load balancer. Okay.
Yes.
And this load balancer is in one region only, which is Mumbai only.
Mumbai only, correct.
Okay. Under this region only it will work. Okay.
Okay.
Work in the sense your business, your what is that, hosting domain. Your domaining will be there in this region. Default.
Should be in the same country.
Yeah. Same region.
Okay.
Okay. So which means your business, whenever it depends upon. So again, I'm telling clearly stating that simple routing policy for suppose you have a small business. Okay. I don't want any big services from Route 53. Okay. I have, if I have latency also not a big deal. They will
What a
make
big
it. Okay. So in that case, there is actually one default routing policy, one default service. While you are creating Route 53, so for every service there will be a default. For example, VPC you have default VPC, right?
Yes.
Same way for Route 53 also you have a default service, which is simple routing policy.
Right. Got
Okay.
it.
It's commonly used when you have a single region performance for performing a single function. We can
Okay.
connect the Route 53. This Route 53 simple routing policy using simple routing policy.
Okay.
Okay.
Got
So
it.
next. Okay. So this is actually weighted routing policy. This weighted routing policy, in the sense, you see here US East region. Okay. This is US West region. Okay. In our case, my business is in India,
As well as abroad.
also Singapore. Okay. Two different locations. Okay. So in this case, what I will do is I will send the traffic. Okay. First, Route 53, in the sense, you need to talk about load balancer. Clear? Whenever get the traffic in the sense, lot more hitting, lot more people are using your website
The
or
website.
your application. Okay. As and when you are increasing your traffic to your website, maybe on demand time. So at that time, I have a business in two areas. My primary business is in Singapore. Okay. Very recently, I launched my business in India. So then, what I will do is I will send the traffic to this load balancer first. Why? Because 70% of traffic I will send to Singapore first. Okay. 30% of traffic I will divert to India.
Okay.
So this is how we actually use weighted routing policy. Okay.
So what
They,
you're saying is, I understand, but just is one need to
yes.
one I need to clarify. So by diverting traffic, we means that the user of my website or the user of my application can be sitting anywhere. can be sitting in India, can be sitting in Singapore, can be sitting in the US, Europe, anywhere. And when they're trying to connect to my website, see my website's content and buy something or see something, so what AWS will do is, using weighted route policy, is that my customer can be sitting from anywhere. It can be US, New Zealand, Australia, Europe,
Yes.
India,
Hmm.
anywhere. So I will
Hmm.
just divert my traffic, just divert, so that 70% of the load is sent to
Exactly.
Singapore, 50% of this, so
Yes.
that the audience can access my website faster.
Yes.
If there's only one region, maybe there is lag of time, maybe a lot of people are accessing my website from one
I'll tell you. I'll
but
tell you. Yes, you are very near to answer, Sam. Actually, you are absolutely correct. If your business is this region primarily, so then your traffic is actually 70% of traffic you will send here. For example, your business less business is there, so particular region you also having this, but this traffic, for suppose if heavy load appears here, okay, so then remaining 30% you are distributing the traffic between these two regions.
yeah.
Correct. In this case, we can use two different regions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For example, this is Mumbai. Okay. In our case, we are in India. In our case, we definitely our primary is Mumbai. The secondary is for suppose North Virginia. For suppose in
Yeah.
case. Okay.
So
In
my
these two
region
cases,
is
we
right.
connect both load balancers. Okay. Using
Oh,
load balancer, this Route 53 is connected with the load balancer.
good balancer.
Okay, so we give this Route 53 domain to the customers. Whatever this Route 53, what is this here? It's still not
I our
okay.
DNS name.
Yeah, this whatever DNS name is there, this DNS name we will give it to the our customers.
Customer.
Okay, so customer will try to hit depends upon reason. For suppose those people, those who people nearby Mumbai, for suppose example. Okay, if this whatever wherever the region doesn't matter, first primary what I can say, primary business, primary region, first initially this 70% of load it will take by Mumbai,
Okay, got it.
remaining 30% will share it to the other region which is North Virginia.
Where we are located, yeah.
Yes, so if Mumbai server is under high load, we can shift more traffic to North Virginia.
Right, got it.
Route 53 send traffic based on the weights. Clear?
Correct, correct, correct.
So this is actually weighted routing policy. I hope you can clear.
Now, yeah, understand.
Next, latency routing policy. Latency routing allows you to route your traffic based on the lowest network latency for your end user, which means latency means network delay. Simple name meaning. What is latency? It is network delay. Some delay. So, for example, how long it takes to get a response. Okay, for example, if I click something www.google.com, if I don't get this response immediately within a fraction of seconds, if I get after 1 minute, no use, right? This is called latency. Or else after 10,
Right.
10 seconds or after 15 seconds also it is like latency.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Suppose if sending a request to Mumbai, it takes 5 milliseconds. For suppose. Okay, and for example North Virginia it takes 8 milliseconds. 5 milliseconds is faster or 8 milliseconds is faster?
5 milliseconds.
So let me take
5
support. If this pen supports, I will try to write.
milliseconds.
See, for suppose this is Mumbai, this is my area, Mumbai,
Uh-huh.
this is
Mm-hmm.
my primary business is there here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is actually North Virginia, for suppose US means
Mm-hmm.
North Virginia also will be there. Correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here, for example, he is actually user. Okay, this user is hitting our domain. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whenever it hits a domain, for example, if it takes 5 seconds, 5 milliseconds, not 5 seconds also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if it takes 5 milliseconds, then 8 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds is very faster. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
8 milliseconds means it is bit slow, that is called latency, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the Route 53 chooses the region that gives the fastest response to your user. Example, my primary business is Mumbai, secondary business is North Virginia. So I chose two regions for this actually. This load balancer will distribute according to your response, faster response.
Yes.
Okay. If the example in this case, maybe Mumbai is faster. So it will take the load Mumbai. For example, this is little slow now today. Okay. Now North Virgin is very faster than Mumbai. Then it will choose this. Clear?
Oh,
It continuously measures latency by sending its own internal ping. It will always check. Okay. So it will always check. It will always check which region is very faster. Clear?
oh,
So what it will do is that DNS is there, right? The latency routing policy in this, what it will do is it's keep on checking which is faster than which
faster.
is faster. So then it will keep, oh, okay, today is actually Mumbai is down. So let's keep North Virginia is actually first priority. So let's, if traffic comes, let's divert first North Virginia. Clear?
Right.
So it routes the customer request to region with the lowest latency.
Right.
Okay. It depends upon maybe sometimes low latency because of maybe distance, weather, network, okay, congestion, anything. I don't know. Maybe. We can't say that why it is latency. But the traffic will distribute depends upon latency. Whichever the
Latency.
faster one, it will take a decision. Okay, if Mumbai is faster, it will send it to Mumbai region for traffic. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll move. Next one is, I think, a failure, I think so. Yeah, this is very good concept again. It's very interesting one. Failure right routing policies are used to when you want to create active or passive setup. Okay. Example, if you want to, if you want your primary site to be in US East, your secondary disaster recovery is West. Okay. Route 53 always monitor health. Your primary site using health check. Example, I'll tell you clearly explain it. So in this case, this works on the active passive setup. Okay. It will send 100% traffic to the primary region. Earlier we have seen 70 and 30%. Okay.
Right.
In weighted policy, you might have it is sharing 70% primary, 30% is secondary. But here it
Weighted and
is,
also that one. Latency also.
yeah. Latency is depends upon the response, faster
Who's
response.
which is
Okay,
faster?
which is faster. Weighted means it is distributing the traffic in percentage.
Percentage. And in
70%
latency,
I am choosing.
it only sees which is faster and sends it to that.
Exactly, it depends upon speed. Okay, so failover means, for example, if we send 100% traffic to primary region, which is Mumbai in our case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if any reason the Mumbai region goes down, Route 53 will fail over in that case. My pen is not supporting Sam, that's why I'm not writing actually. So let me try again. So then it will easy to understand. This is Mumbai. Okay, this is Mumbai. This is North Virginia. Clear? So first, don't look at here. In my
Yes.
case now it is Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai is my primary business. So I will send 100% traffic to Mumbai itself. Okay, but my time was very bad today. Okay, I don't know what happened in Mumbai. Floods are coming, so and disaster is actually not able to handle this. Complete my region got collapsed. For suppose natural calamity is not in our hand, right? So my region goes down today. So Route 53, what it will do is Route 53 will fail over the redirect your traffic to North Virginia. Clear?
Right. Right.
Whatever your active region, other active region is there, that region it will redirect to your traffic to particular your other available what is that region. This is like a main power supply and inverter. setup example. Okay,
Okay.
if the, for example, in our case houses, you will have a direct connection from the distribution line, correct?
Right. Right.
And also sometimes you'll also connect with the internet, sorry, inverter, some people. Okay,
Yes.
what is the
Yes.
purpose of inverter? If all of sudden, if in case if power goes down, so that will be for safe. Okay, alternate.
Yes. Correct.
So something like that, I don't know whether this is suitable or not for this example. Okay.
Yeah. Power outing. Yeah.
Yes,
Without.
yes. This is like a main power supply. I thought this is example. You try to understand. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so Route 53 checks health. Always, it will check the health. Always, it will ping whatever which load balancer is very active, which is not active, which is down, which is not down. So these are all continuously Route 53 has connection. It always checks internally. It will checks which one is highly active. Okay, if detects any failure from the Mumbai or North Virginia, so then immediately the traffic will divert to which one is active. So that is called active and passive process. For
Okay.
example, again, in my case, North Virginia is active.
Right.
Active in the sense opposite is passive,
Is working. Yeah.
right? So this is not active in the sense the traffic will direct only North Virginia. Clear?
Yes.
So this is all about failure routing policy.
And if both are working fine in that case.
In that case, your primary is Mumbai only, right? 100% you are keeping Mumbai. Here is this, you see this? 100% you are keeping in this west US East region.
If
First,
both are working fine.
yeah, if it is both are working fine, you will choose 100% you will choose Mumbai only because
Mumbai
your
only.
primary business,
Right.
primary
Right.
region is Mumbai, right? If anything happens or if this region fails only, it will divert to other. That's it. Example, power and inverter.
Right. 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 Right.
So whenever power cut happens, then only you will go for inverter, right? That's how
Yes.
inverter or DG, diesel generators, anything you can consider. Any example if you want to match it, you can match it,
Okay.
right? So this is all about failing route or policy. This is really good advantage, right? So these kind of
Yeah.
advantage you will not see from other domains, other hosting services.
Of
Next,
course.
geolocation routing policy. Okay, this geolocation routing policy. This routing policy is based upon your location, your geographical location, your you in the sense user. I'm talking about geo geo geographical location of the user depends upon that. Okay, for example, we are as a Indians, we are belonging to Mumbai region, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in case some US people related to US region, correct? Example, I'll tell you clearly. Let me take this pen. So don't think about this. This is Mumbai. Okay. Okay. Mumbai. We are belonging to Mumbai or India, Bharat, whatever. Okay. So in this case, you people belonging to India, so then the traffic first initially it will divert to Mumbai only. And US people will goes to US region. This, but it is connected. 1 second, Sam.
Yes.
It is not responding today properly. Okay, US people will connect to US region, Indian people will connect to Indian region. Okay,
Yes.
so for example, my customers are belonging to Hindi region. Okay, sorry, Hindi language or Marathi
Yes.
language or Telugu
Right.
language or Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam. These are all
Regional
regional
language.
languages, correct? I will use regional language, definitely it will connect it to first Mumbai. Okay. Okay, but if you open it in US, it prices appear in dollars.
Right.
Okay. Okay, if you open in this India, it will rupees. Route 53 identify the customer location from the DNS query and it will route the traffic accordingly. This is special case. Clear?
Right.
If you want to choose it, you can choose it.
Okay.
Okay. So why when you open Amazon.com in India, prices are appears in rupees? Tell me why not in dollars?
Because the domain name says India dot in and
100%. That is how in that case only this geolocation routing will be useful. That kind of example.
right. So it opens. So they the website opens in for that region. I mean, it takes the
It will divert
localized.
Indian related customers into Indian region,
Yes.
US related region people into US region.
Right.
That case only for that case. Original related. You see this US original traffic, Europe origin. In our case, India origin people will divert to this region. That's it. Okay, and so you will reiterate the points. Okay, so main purpose of Route 53.
Mhm.
I'm asking you,
Main, sorry,
what is the main purpose of Route 53?
main purpose of Route 53. See, it is like the Hostinger and your Hostinger, Wix, and GoDaddy, but it is expensive. But that's not the benefit. Benefit is that you have more safety. First of all,
Yes,
more safety, and it is more. You can integrate more AWS services with it, and AWS will take care of the latency part, the scaling part,
yes,
that it does not fail over,
yeah,
and latency part and the default part,
yes.
geo application part. It will take care of the policy so that
Default
your
path in the sense
your
you
traffic
might
is
forget
distributed
this point,
properly.
Sam. I'm just adding you. Actually, default path in the sense it's a simple routing policy, which means it is if you have a simple business. Okay, so single routing, single only, well, for single region purpose. If you want to choose only one region, just simply go to simple routing policy. Okay, so this simple routing policy, weighted, failover, geographical locations, all these actually advantages. Okay, and also it will protects the against region failures by routing traffic.
Right.
Right. So the simple weighted latency failover and geographical locations, these are all advantages of Route
Advantages.
53.
Obviously they are very big, they are giant companies, so only yeah, this Azure, GCP, and AWS can, and SAP also are they are also giving similar features. Now there are like three, 4 clouds. Three clouds are very popular: Azure, AWS, and this. But even Alibaba, Tencent, and SAP is also starting to give similar kind of everything, just like AWS and all. So I do not know in the times to come, 5 years to come, whether only AWS and Azure and GCP will be the competitors. Maybe Alibaba and also SAP will also start coming up. I don't know.
Exactly. I hope theory part you can understand. Did you understand clearly, Sam?
Right.
So
But I
route
guess AWS and Azure is right now still the best.
So again, do not be blank if somebody asks what is Route 53. Route 53 is a kind of, it will provide
40 gig
DNS.
server, yeah,
It
40
will
gig server.
provide DNS,
DNS service.
domain naming system or service.
System
Okay.
service.
It will
DNS.
provide the domaining like a GoDaddy. I can buy our own domains, but it is expensive
It is very expensive.
for us, not for the companies.
Of course. Very big companies like
They don't care.
KPMG.
They don't care. They actually security concern. If wherever the security concern are there, there will be a AWS.
Yeah, but I don't think so. But this Morgan Stanley and the BlackRock, the real estate company, the
Hmm.
KPMG, ANY, they are very old even before AWS. So I
Yes,
don't think so. But there is but they would have taken their domain name from somewhere else. Now they are just I mean just to have their backup and just to have their website, their DNS name. They must be hosting in this, but they have not taken their website from host 53 because they are very old.
So
But
they
AWS
might have
came a few
migrated,
years.
maybe due to some security concerns and cyber related issues. They might have migrated to it. How, who knows of it? Who
Yeah,
knows?
who knows exactly?
Who knows, right?
Maybe.
They might have migrated. This takes very very less time to migrate.
Okay,
Nowadays, very less time. It will take very less time to take migrate,
okay.
right? So because nowadays securities matters, just because of earlier olden days, so security was not that much, no that much threat. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays actually it is a become very much vast, like there are a lot more cyber crimes, there are a lot more attacks, right?
Right.
So in this maybe in this case they might have migrated, I think so. Who knows, right? So definitely
Yeah,
they have their own security also. So not sure exactly. We can't say that actually they were migrated or not. Right.
right. No, nobody knows.
Yeah. So because that is too. That is also confidential information in the company.
Right.
Yeah. So
So
there will be
there
actually
is.
securities. The layers will be there in every company. If it is a if something is there, they will keep in layers, sockets. For example, if the information is public, there is a public layer. Okay, that information you can share with anyone. Okay, for example, documents will be there, some protocols related or company security related. So you can't make it public. These kind of things,
Right.
right? They will keep in vaults, security vaults, those kind of
Mm-hmm.
information, right? So if you talk about this also, if you are as an employee of JP Morgan, you are talking about your domain related information migrates and all in public, that is a crime.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Of
we
course.
doesn't know that, right? Yeah,
Right.
but definitely
And
they have their
employees
own
won't
security.
even know. 99% of the 98% of the employees would not know also. Only top management knows.
Yes. That's all about today's class about Route 53. So we'll
Perfect.
see you in practical tomorrow.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
Good.
so thanks for joining, Sam. I will share
Yeah.
with you this video.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Take care.
Bye. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.